Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody. We're gonna wait a little bit. Watch the fan roll into the building. How y'all doing this morning? Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the entire LDBC representing Fannon International Boxing. While the Admiral gets his voice back in order. This is Picard. Not Picard, I'm sorry. Riker. This is Commander Riker on this Enterprise. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? You know, someone asked me, what is that shit I'm always drinking? This is actually protein. It's actually protein. Cause it's leg day. And I got an attitude. I got an attitude. It's leg day. Leg day, leg day, leg day. I don't know how much weight I'm putting on there today. I'm gonna squat till I vomit. Who we got in the building? Mr. Pedrazo, salute. I'm just gonna say Grant. I can't say, was that Reese Grant? One. Hello. Ringside with LCD, salute. Anwar Willis, and it jumped on me. Nearly Fuller Jr., salute, salute, salute. Marcus the Villain. Dr. Pablo Sled, what's up, man? King Jr., Ronnie L. Brown. Damn, this thing's jumping fast. Jesus Christ. Anwar Willis, salute. Smash that like button when you come on in. Smash that like button when you come on in. Oh, man. How y'all doing this morning, man? Y'all doing good? Y'all doing good? All right, man. Before we get on to boxing, man, I wanna break the ice. NBA D Nice, Chef Boyardee, salute. Larry Ibrahim Smith, salute. Family's coming in. Gerard Casher, salute. I want to break the ice with simple conversations. Parents, Money in the Ghetto, what up? Tom Joseph, salute. Kevin Dunbar. Egalitarian, salute. Geo James. Parents, get your kids before I get them. Want to know what I mean by that? Some of you cats are not paying attention to these, shout out to Davion Bible, salute Drew, getting that morning exercise in. Exactly, man. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Ian Lucas, salute. TZ Frank. EB Sweat a lot. Yeah, check this shit out, man. See, the notification just went out on my phone. It just got here. Listen, man, monitor your kids, man. And I'm talking about from birth to age 21, because that's still a kid. To me, it is. David Scott III, Macadon 1. Watch your damn kids, man. Before I get a hold of them. Mike 202, salute, man. Hashtag move, exactly. I had a situation yesterday. And luckily, this little kid snapped out of it. Now, I don't know what's in the food today, but it's making our children grow at an excessive rate. And Marvell Worsley, salute. D-Rock E, salute. And sometimes just because, like when I was growing up, there was only a handful of guys that, like I remember growing up, this one brother, his name was Jason, and he was going through puberty like before all of us. We was at like maybe 11 years old. He had like a full goatee. We was like, what the fuck? And the high school chicks would try and holler at him. He was a little taller than us. His voice had bass in it, and we were still kids. We had high-pitched voices and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was like, damn, Jay. You know, it was crazy. And Duke Doom, salute. Ringside with LCD said Clint Vulnerable. Listen, man. Now, that was Jason. That was one day. And then there was this other girl. I ain't gonna say her name because I'm cool with her to this day, but 5th grade, she was in D Cups. You know, it's like, damn, you know. But that's like one out of like 10 back when I was coming up. Now it's like every other person, every other girl, every other boy, and it's like, holy shit. So these kids get a little size on them, and they think they're tough. They think they're tough. My nephew's 13. He's like 5'11". I'm 6'2". I said, damn, I was just changing this kid's diapers, man. He's gonna be at least about 6'5", 6'6". And he doesn't like sports, and that's a crime. But god damn it. Anyway. So Hamza S, salute. Superman 800, salute. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna give you the short version. I am Ill Will, salute, man. Everyone go subscribe to I am Ill Will. Shout out to the brothers UK, salute to you, brother. Much love. Quay Scott, salute. Brandon Felder, salute, man. Much appreciated, Brandon. Much appreciated. Black Alpha, salute. Jamel, yeah, I think so. They putting shit in the food, man. So I'm gonna give you the short version. This kid, we was in a public area, and he was with a couple of his friends, and you know, there's like some adults like waiting online to get something out of the bodega. And for those of you that don't know, bodegas are little grocery stores in every hood in New York City. So she was online in the bodega waiting to get her stuff. And they just standing there. And she's trying to pay for her shit. And she was kind of scared to say, excuse me. So I said, politely, young brothers, make way for the lady. She's coming through, young brothers. And I said it with a smile. I said, young brothers. And they like gave me, it was 3 of them. They gave me like, and I looked at them. I said, oh boy, here we go. There's 3 of them. There's 1 of me. But they still outnumbered, if you get what I'm saying. They're still outnumbered. 16, they outnumbered. What's 16? Take away 3? 13? Y'all get what I'm saying? They're outnumbered. There's 3 of them. There was 1 of me, but they were outnumbered by 13. You catch that? But I didn't think it was going to escalate to that. But I ain't like that look I got. But, you know, I'm a grown man. I ain't entertaining. So the ladies pay for their stuff and they leave. Right? So now they standing outside. Right? And I go outside. Now, here's where I'm stupid. Sometimes I could be very confrontational. But in this instance, I wanted to educate. So I was like, this could go left. I can try and educate them because apparently maybe their parents have failed them. Or they can mouth off and make it hard for themselves. But me being who I am, They're standing outside. You know, the Indian fella was standing behind the counter, and he's looking at me. And I had my water, and I stood there and I looked at the door. And I looked at the little Arab dude, or Indian, whatever he was. He looked at me. He just looked at me and did just like this. Like, just don't. Because he saw it in me. He's like, don't. Just don't. I said, man, you know, we good. So I go outside. Now they're standing there. They were talking and they were loud, whatever. When I went outside, I came outside right out the door and I stood there. They got quiet. Now there was two little dudes. They were obviously like, they were kids, but their friend, they were following behind. Clearly he was the same age because he had a baby face, but he was one of those dudes that was going through puberty before everybody. He was like my height, looking like George Foreman. So I looked at him right in the face. Right in the face. Direct eye contact. And I'm watching the hands. I know drill. I'm watching the hands. And I walked straight up to him. My face just like this. Looked him right in the face. Right there, his two little friends stepped around the side. You know what that was? Right there, they realized, oh shit, that's a grown-ass man. Sometimes you got to do shit like that, because if I'd have just left the store and boogied, 10 times out of 10, I'd have saw those kids again and they'd have thought shit was sweet. So I did that to nip it in the bud. But I didn't go up to him in beef. I went straight up to him and said, young men, I'm talking to all three of them, let me talk to you. Do y'all know what manners are? Those two elderly women, they could be your aunts, your mothers. That's somebody's aunt, somebody's grandmother. Show some respect, please, because you don't want anyone disrespecting anyone in your family. They were just trying to pay for their stuff and leave the store, and y'all bogarting and bullying. That's not right. Do y'all think that's right? There I go asking questions. Do y'all think that's right, man? And I knew what they were doing. I knew what they were doing. And when I said, yo, do y'all think that was right? One little guy went just like this. And what do you think the big man did? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I said, it's cool, man. You know why? I know they're going through something. They'll probably amped off of whatever. Amped off of life. But sometimes, you know, it's, and I'm not saying to do what I did, but because it could have went left. I could have walked up there to talk to him. He could have threw a punch. He could have went left. But I felt it was imperative to give them that gem because maybe no one ever gave them that gem. And I chopped it up with those kids for about 5 minutes. I was like, you good? Y'all good? Y'all all right, man? Because I don't want to see y'all out here getting in trouble, man. I said, you know the cops damn near bullseyes on your chest, man. Y'all know how it is. Y'all all right? You good? Hey, you know what else I did? While he's, you know, opening up his honey bun and his friend was cracking his Pepsi, the other kid was sitting there with his hands in his pockets. I said, yo, where your snacks at, man? He was like, I gave him $2. So, yo, get yourself some snacks, man. I said, why y'all out here eating in his face? They laughed and shit, and he went in and got his snacks, man. So now, when I see the young man, everything's going to be all love. Everything's going to be sweet. So now hopefully moving forward, they're going to be polite. They're not going to forget that I made an impact. Hopefully, I made a positive impact. That's how we supposed to do it, man. Positive impacts. Positive impacts. Maybe that interaction, that might have changed their whole life. Hopefully. Hopefully they know how to dodge bullshit now. Hopefully they have a different perspective. I gave him £1. I was like, yo, thank you, sir. These were kids. And one of them was overgrown, but these were kids. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Helping one another. Remaining on code. It wasn't in me just to walk away and leave that there. Now, like I said, that's tricky. Because I've seen a lot of kids just turn up for no reason and start throwing up gang signs. Yo, fuck that, fuck that, and fuck all that. Could have went left. Okay, you say what you want. Don't lunge. I got 16, minus 3, that's 13. I'll get away with it. Whatever. But whatever, man. So I don't know if that helped anybody, but I felt good doing that. I felt good because all 3 of those kids, because they were kids, they left smiling. They left smiling. They left smiling. And I felt good. That right there, I felt so good all day yesterday. I felt so good. I like helping. I like contributing. I like contributing to people that are positive, man. That's what this is all about, man. I just saw somebody ask if Fannon quit. No. You know why I'm here? Because the man works hard. He needed a bit of a vacation. The man works hard and he needed a bit of a vacation. So he asked me to come hold down the ship. So I'm flying the ship. Fannon didn't quit. He's listening right now. His voice hurts. So I'm holding it down for him. That's all. That's what we do. When you see other brothers show up to other brothers' channels, we're helping one another. We're contributing to our channels. We're contributing to the conversation. That's what we do. That's why we're hated. Because this is really a family, man. It's really a family. This isn't just some YouTube shit. You know we talk to each other behind the scenes. You know that? So when you hear all this, yeah, I'm from the Bronx. I'm in the Bronx right now. I'm from the Bronx. Born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx. We actually speak to one another. Some of us have children that play with one another. That's why we're hated. We're a community. We have an identity. Nothing could break us. That's why you gotta have trolls that come up in. What part of the Bronx you from, brother? That's why you have trolls that come up in here and try and disrupt, and they're nothing. They can't do nothing. They can't do shit to us. We have a strong foundation. That's right. Cormega, he's from the Bronx. He rep Queens, but he's from the Bronx. Cormega from the Bronx. We're a family. And everybody in the chat, not everyone does content, but I see a lot of the same names. We're all family. We all support one another. Shout out to Amsterdam. And we have fun talking this boxing shit. And guess what? Not all of us agree on boxing. Not all of us agree on boxing. We got brothers that are unconditional for Bud. We got other brothers that are unconditional for Errol. We still got brothers that fucks with Tiafimo. Okay. All right. That's fine. That don't mean I hate your guts. You know what I'm saying? This is boxing, man. Let's have fun with this, man. Y'all remember y'all ever play spades? What? I'm sorry, but American have too much jealousy from the Okay. I don't subscribe to that. I know what you're trying to say, but I don't subscribe to that. I was never the jealous person. I was never jealous over no chick. If a dude that I knew bought a nice car, I'm celebrating and applauding him. And I don't even want to ride in the car because I don't want to scratch the new seats or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm celebrating, man. Shout out to Kenneth Johnson in that super chat, man. Much appreciated, brother. I'm the type of brother that I'll celebrate. You know what I'm saying? You know how you talking shit over the spades table? Some of the biggest arguments and trash talking I've ever heard was over a game of spades. And I talk my shit. They be like, no talking across the table. I'm like, fuck that. You trash. I'm about to go Boston on your ass right now. And I ain't got nothing, but I'm talking. Oh, you in Throg's Neck? Oh, okay. That's what's up. River Park Towers. It's not. Oh, Roberto Clemente State Park. There was a boxing club over there. I used to go there. Mitch Green used to be up in there by River Park Towers. My sister-in-law living there right now. By the 40 and the 42 bus. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo, one day, they found a human torso in the river right there, washed up. Somebody got the business. That was crazy. It was just an ass and private parts. No legs, no upper body. We was like, whoa, what? Yeah, Miss Pedraza, I remember that. Melvin Love Jones, salute. Are you from 169 in Grand Concourse? Yo, I used to live. No, my aunt used to live on 169 between Fulton and 3rd. That big building, building 530, that big building right there. She used to live in that building right there on the hill, Fulton and 3rd Avenue. Big ass steep hill. Shout out to you, Robbie Johnson, man. I'm just contributing to the family, man. This is what I do. I'm here. I'm holding Fannon down till he heals up. His voice is kind of hoarse. You know what I mean? So this is what we do for one another, man. We help each other, man. That's why we really don't sweat nothing. So, we give out wrenches, and Rob Sportsman Lee, salute, man. Give out wrenches, and when you see someone coming in with some negativity or some, trollish behavior, you bust them upside their head and make them disappear. We're trying to talk boxing the way we see it. We're talking boxing the way we see it. The way we see it. If you don't like it, there's an X right up there. Just get out. So now, let's bring it to boxing. Shout out to Southern T Boxing in that super chat. Much appreciated, brother. Iron Levant, salute, man. Ogun, salute. Mr. Shelton, you already know, brother. Mike, I'm gonna tell you, man. All right. It's all relevant, man. I touched on it yesterday. Life, love, salute. I touched on it yesterday. Tay Jones was on a live yesterday towards the end of the show. And he said, he's just not going to give it any energy. So I'm not going to give it any energy, but I mean, it's a topic of conversation and everyone wants to talk about it. So let's talk about it. Everyone's talking about the Jermall Charlo incident. Not even, he's doing an interview and there was some dude asked him about the heavyweight division. That's the first thing he said. First thing he asked was, what do you think about the heavyweight division? And he said, it's trash. So, okay. And he smiled about it. Yeah, it's trash. Okay. He says, what do you think about Wilder Fury? Do you think he was cheated? Something to that effect. And he said, nah, he just got his ass beat. Now, was that sarcasm? I don't know. I don't. Because word on the street is that after D lost the second fight, that Maul cried, and there was multiple witnesses that he cried, like he was hurt. He was hurt at it. I mean, I can't deny or confirm I wasn't there, but that was the word. That was the word I got. He cried. I said, okay, it hurt. So was he sarcastic in that interview? I don't know. But what's crazy is, in this atmosphere, you can't even play like that. Derek Douglas, what do you mean? Wilder set the whole culture back. What do you mean? Stop for a minute. Bro, what you mean? What you mean he set the whole culture back? Y'all timed him out? Okay. Okay. Derek Douglas, how many niggas you know that got a first and last name with the same letter in the beginning? I know a nigga named Peter Parker. Clark Kent. I mean, the same consonant. So I'm supposed to believe there's a real person named Derek Douglas. Dick Dastardly. That is your name. See what I'm saying? I'm talking about boxing, and you see, I'm chilling this morning. And here they come. As soon as I said Wilder's name, here they come. These niggas, you know what they do? When Fannon's notifications go out, first of all, they're sub to the channel, so thank you. When Fannon's notifications come out, they jump out of bed, they get oiled up, they put in their nipple rings, and they sit in front of their computer. And as soon as you say, Wilder, here they come. And he has about 5 more accounts. He'll be back. He has about 5 more accounts. He'll be back. All right. Listen to how counterproductive that is. Duke Doom, exactly. Never trust a person with 2 first names. Listen to how counterproductive that is. This person takes time out of his day to jump on any stream that has Wilder's name in it or Fury's name in it to say something counterproductive so he can be seen, to get blocked, to come back. I don't know how many times we have to tell you dumbasses that you're actually helping us with the views. You're actually helping. You fucking helping us. But you take time to show up to do that. You gotta wonder. Do you have children? When you're banging away trolling, what do you do when your kid walks up? Hey, Dad, what you doing? Can you logically explain that? I mean, people. You know how you know you're doing something fucked up as an adult? When you can't explain it to your kids. Think about what I just said. Think about what I just said. You know how you're doing something fucked up? Just think before you do it. What if your child walked up and said, hey, Dad, what you doing? Hey, Mom, what you doing? Can you explain it? Because you're going to say what you're doing. I'm typing on the internet. What are you typing? Well, you see, this guy roots for this fighter that I don't like. So I got to tell him about it. It says you're blocked. So why are you opening up a new page and going back on his channel, Daddy? How you going to explain that? And these kids today, they will ask that shit because they know to work the computer better than a lot of you motherfuckers. You're going to really tell your kid you're a troll? How about this? Leon Robinson, salute. How about this? What if your wife catches you trolling? You're going to logically explain that shit to her? Can you explain to your wife why you're trolling? Think about it. Think about it. Fat Cat Shadowboxing, salute. Think about it. Your wife walks in on you. And normally she catches you masturbating at 1,000 miles an hour to you porn. But this time, she catches you on Fannon International. Shout out to Robert Singleton in that super chat. He said people who do that have no vision in life. They don't. Shout out to 225 Boxing Talk. Says salute Drew, and you say just accepted the ghost to be amazed. I'm sorry, I just butchered your whole shit. I'm sorry, brother. Shout out to you in that super chat. Ricky Williams, salute, God. Go subscribe to Ricky Williams, man. He's doing big things. I see you, Ricky. He's all about boxing, man. The guy knows his shit. All right. He's loyal to the game. I mean, he knows his boxing. Really strong channel. He's doing big things. I see you, Ricky. I see you. Shout out to Producers TV. He said there are 1 million fans still being racist to Floyd because he beat Canelo. Talking about fight him again, same way that same way with Wilder, they hate us. Yeah, of course. Of course. So, to the trolls, your wife walks up, or your girlfriend, or your mom. Same shit. Hey, man, what you doing? I'm on the computer. Well, I see that. What you doing, though? Oh, you watching this guy talk? What's he talking about? And she reads it. Deontay Wilder, okay. Hey, don't you hate that guy? Yeah. Okay, so you're countering his point. Are you talking to him? That's you? Why is your name in gray? Why is everyone blocked? Wait a minute. You've been on here for an hour. Yeah. Why you got 9 windows pulled up? Wait a minute. You going back in? They keep, wait a minute. You don't like this guy. They're talking about this guy. And you keep going in on the multiple accounts? What are you doing? They just have to know. No, they do know. They just don't care about what you have to say. Don't you know I'm naked in there? I've been waiting for you for an hour. You told me you was going to go wash up. You here on the computer talking about that sexy man. Bingo. Shout out to B&B Boxing in that super chat. Drew, tell him to shave one and lay on the other. Exactly. I don't have time to troll. I don't care to troll. Shout out to Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Shout out to Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Cadillac Red and them boys talking that real boxing. Go subscribe to Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Those my boys right there. I'm always listening. I always smash that like button. I'll be at work, but I get a listening. Salute to Cadillac Red and them boys. Yeah, man. Their wives come in and look at the screen. They be trying to shut it off. No, what you looking at? You looking at YouPorn? I'm in there naked. You looking at YouPorn? Cut the screen on. Okay, it's a boxer. But not only does that nigga look good, but why you in here fussing? Why you got 9 windows up? And they blocking you? Boy, if you don't get in there and lay that 2-inch pipe, it's the best we can do. These are the guys that are in the chat fucking with us early in the morning. They're in all of our chats. Because everywhere you go, somebody from the LDBC is live. And I tell the trolls, pick your poison. It's poison to you. It's refreshing to us. Hoes. But we appreciate your eyesight, though. So let's talk some boxing. Digging Cove. We're going to talk some boxing. All right? So pay attention. I want you to participate since you're asking, right? I want you to participate. All right? Don't block him. We don't know if he's a troll yet, but let's talk some boxing. All right? This is not the time for Jermall Charlo to do what he did. This ain't the time for that. It's like sometimes these guys don't even understand when the community, because it's deeper than the fan base, when the community is really backing you, in some cases unconditionally. What do I mean by unconditionally? Jermall said something that is very fugazi, but shout out to Stormy B, man. Everyone subscribe to Stormy B, man. Everyone subscribe to I Am Ill Will. Stormy B, man, is the sensei. He's the sensei. Go subscribe to Stormy B, man. Go subscribe to I Am Ill Will, the soul man. Now, this, to me, is unacceptable. We had a little hiccup, all right, in my opinion. Maul said something. I don't know if he was feeling himself. I don't know what sparked that. But I had to hit up Tay and ask him before I, mention it. Did something happen that I missed? Because if it was something personal, honestly, I wouldn't say anything. And Tay was just as confused. I sent it to him. He was like, whoa, what is this? I said, bro, I don't know. What happened? He didn't know. But Tay said, you know what? I'm not going to give it any energy. So outside of right now, I'm not going to give it any energy. After this, I'm not going to give it any energy. Maybe he was feeling himself. I don't know. But we've seen them boys go off the hinges. When they get hyped, they just say anything. But backing people unconditionally. I'll give you an example of that. See, that goes but so far. Yes, Southern T. He said Wilder will win the third fight. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why, I'm annoyed at what he said about the second fight. I appreciate what he said about the third fight. Is it jealousy? Kenny said, is it jealousy? I don't know. I don't know. There's no reason for it, man. Jermall Charlo is a bad motherfucker. Jermall Charlo is a bad motherfucker. They run 154. They run 154 and 160. Ain't nobody fucking with those boys. Ain't nobody fucking with those boys, man. Those guys are the truth. I'm not gonna discredit any of them. Hell no. I just have an issue with what was said. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Slip the Jab in that super chat. He said, I dig the knowledge that you dropped, Drew, and respect on handling those young men in a mentoring way. Just some support from over here in Hartford, Connecticut. Shout out to you, brother. You right up I-95, brother. Shout out to you, man. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated, man. I do what I can, man. I do what I can. So Roberto Carlos says, what is this clown doing here? You talking about me? You talking about me? You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? With your nipple rings? Hurry up before your wife catch you. Hurry up before your child walk in and say, Daddy, what you doing? With your fourth account on the same page that you're screaming at the screen for. Oh, man. Anyway. What the brother say? It's their opinion, but no reason to say it at this time. Well, basically, that's my point. That's my point. Do you know that in certain neighborhoods, by the time we see the mass murderer or find out that he had ass in the freezer for over a decade, when you really ask around that neighborhood, what does the neighborhood say? Oh, we knew there was something wrong with him. Why didn't you say anything? I know the mother, it's a good family, but him, I knew he was fucked up. I just didn't say anything. You got 10 years worth of ass in the freezer. My point is, Boricua Zionist Nation, bro, send me that again, because I couldn't open it up. Send me it again, brother. I couldn't open it up. Send me it again, brother. Yeah, normally people know what the deal is. People know what the deal is. When you ask around, people know. People know. So, whatever, man. Whatever. This is not the time for him to have said that, because now, as expected, you got a bunch of people, a bunch of detractors, a bunch of haters coming around saying, oh, look, regardless of all the evidence we have, all right, Boricua, I'll look for it. Regardless of all the evidence we have, everything we've shown, his track record, they're going to go straight to Jermall Charlo, because all of us are cool and all of us stick together. Unconditional. In the sport of boxing, that goes but so far. Let me give you an example of that. I gotta say, the moment, anytime we as black people stand by a black fighter, we get accused of being racist. We can't just be supporting someone just because we like to support him. Or there's nothing wrong with supporting a black fighter because he's black. There's nothing wrong with that. This guy's from Jersey, I'm from New York, he's black American, he knows what it's like to be black in this world. I'm a root for him. Why the fuck do I gotta be called racist for doing that? I don't know. I live in New York. Guess what happened every time Felix Trinidad fought at the weekend of a Puerto Rican Day Parade? Just take a wild guess. Those flags were everywhere, and those beautiful people were marching up and down. Listen, Puerto Ricans take over the city. That weekend, if you don't speak Spanish, you're lost. And every time Felix Trinidad fought on that weekend, the city was on lockdown. And it was dope. It was dope. They be in front of Madison Square Garden with the congas, dancing and shit. They're celebrating their guy. It don't get no better than that. A little bit after that, he says, damn, remember when Wilder got slapped around? Like how you slapping your dick to my picture right now? Number 11. That's going to be the 11th time you're getting slapped out of here. So kindly bust him upside the head with the wrench and let's move on. So not too long after that, Miguel Cotto, they show him the same love. I've gone to a bunch of those fights. So fucking dope. So dope. And the sisters that came out there, boy. Sidebar. You know, in New York, we got a parade for everything, right? I did a detail at the Dominican Day Parade. Oh my God. I was on post like, I'm looking at Sergeant like, yo, you see, what the? Oh, what? What? And they were dancing. Yo, culture. You see, that's the benefit of living in New York, because I see everything, man. And not to be outdone, what happens in the summertime in Brooklyn? That Caribbean parade? Huh? You ever been to that? Bro, culture is something else, man. Culture is something else. I'm mad. I'm trying to figure out what Puerto Rican fighter can carry that torch. Because when Tito or Cotto fought on the weekend of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, that was a fucking event, man. That shit was so dope, man. That shit was so dope. Because he'd fight on that Saturday night. He'd knock the shit out of somebody, right? And then he'd be in the parade like this. Berlanga, I hope so. I hope it's somebody. Zayas, I hope it's somebody. Somebody. Puerto Rico gotta have a fighter. Because it's party time, man. Shout out to 503 Lion. Shout out to 503 Lion. Go subscribe to 503 Lion. Edgar Berlanga. Yo, let's back Edgar Berlanga, man. I like Berlanga. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Because it to me, Pop Pana said not 30. No. He's just one of those high yellow Negroes with good hair. No. Exactly, and you, Lucas. Pro-black don't mean anti-anything, man. It don't, man. That's why I laugh. Won't be Felix Mendejo, unfortunately. You know, but Puerto Rico, listen, man. Puerto Rico had a bunch of dope-ass fighters come out of there, man. A bunch of dope-ass fighters that came out there. And the city of New York feels naked where there's not a fighter that they could talk shit about 100% for that weekend of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. That's like a fucking holiday. Out here, that's like a holiday. That's like a holiday, man. That's, man, that shit was dope. We need that. We need that. Yo, I don't even know how I got here, but I remember leading up to Triple G and Canelo 1. And I know I'm supposed to be talking about, but you know what? I don't want to talk about Charlo. I want to talk about that, all right? Let me just say this before I get off of that. Unconditional love and support for someone due to ethnicity goes but so far. Where are you motherfucking trolls when we're out here trashing Dillian White? When half of us are saying, yo, this motherfucking Bud is acting funky right now with this 60-40 shit. When we're talking shit about Tim Bradley. When we're talking shit about Andre Ward. After we've backed these guys. Remember when Tim Bradley beat Manny Pacquiao the first time? And he got all death threats? We got right online and was like, nah, don't do that. Fuck that. Why y'all doing that? Andre Ward disrespected his entire career. We're like, nah, don't do that. Why you doing that? And look at the position he's taking now. It's like, all right, bro. We love you, but we gonna leave you alone. That's it. So with this thing, with Charlo, I don't even want to make it a big deal. But you want to talk about loyalty. American fighters, loyalty. Notice I didn't say black fighters. American. Everyone wants to wave a fucking flag. Yo, I bet y'all didn't know Antonio Margarito's American. How many of y'all knew that? Press one. Shout out to my brother Champside. Did y'all know Antonio Margarito's American? Press one. Press two if you honestly didn't know. Antonio Margarito is American. He was born here in California. And then his parents moved back to Mexico. He was born here. Y'all know that? Y'all know if he did a crime, you can't deport him? Here's a birth certificate here, the state of California, in America. Y'all ain't know that, did you? Antonio Margarito's American. But what flag he waves? Black Americans can't wave no flag but the American flag. Our blood is diluted. That's why I'm brown skinned. Everybody else got countries to go back to. That's cool. That's cool. So when I say support the American fighter, that's the type of time I was on. When I look at how Deontay Wilder's treated, I'm like, why don't Americans support this guy? Mike Carpenter, I got on Instagram. I said, yo, man, why aren't you supporting this guy? Push for this third fight. I ain't say shit about no Glovegate. I said, why aren't y'all pushing for this third fight? The American fighter lost. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. The last of the great black hope. Why are these motherfuckers celebrating that? Why aren't you backing the American fighter? I didn't say black. I said American. But listen to how these motherfuckers talk about Ukrainian fighters, Mexican fighters, Filipino fighters when Manny Pacquiao caught fire, Puerto Rican fighters. They try to identify with the foreign fan base because they didn't think the American fan base was enough. And then they isolate us out and say, oh, well, you know what they try to say? Remember what Abel Sanchez said? Black fighters don't sell. Remember that? You know how much of a lie that is? You know how I know that's bullshit? You want to know how I know that's bullshit? You ready? You ready? Put a number. How much do black people spend yearly? Shout out to 503 Line in that super chat. He said, I talked about Charlo this morning on my show. The haters won't highlight everything he said. He picked Wilder to win the third fight and said Wilder pound for pound. Yup. That's why that's why Tay said don't give it any energy. Go subscribe to 503 Line. That's why I'm not gonna give it any energy. Like I said, he said what he said, probably came out long. He's probably feeling, I don't know. So Tay said don't give it no energy. Let's not give it any energy. Let's not give it any energy. Terry Smoot says they say 1.6 trillion. And Terry, you're not trolling. It's about $1 trillion. It's about $1 trillion. Last I checked. So now, if we spend money, now, this is me talking about my people now, right? This is me talking about my people now, right? If we spend money breaking news, nigga. Breaking news. Looks like Martin will be fighting at the end of February or March, so won't be fighting Wilder next. Breaking news, nigga. Shout out to Robert Singleton in that super chat. Imagine, imagine our fighters waving the Panther flag. The Panther flag. Yeah, they'd have a fucking heart attack. They'd have a goddamn heart attack. So, Pete, $1.3 trillion, Larry Abraham Smith says. I believe it. Now, if we could spend money, now I'm talking about my people now, if we could spend money on bullshit, Jordans, $300 pair of jeans and shirts and all kinds of, can I keep it honest with y'all? If we could spend money on all this, what I call nigga nonsense, because that's what it is. I've been a Bulls fan since 1983, since I was 8 years old. I done told the story already. That's how long I've been a Bulls fan. Ask me how many pair of Jordans I owned. Go ahead and ask me. My boy said, yo, I'm going to ask my pops, the first Jordans. I'm going to ask my pops for these Jordans. Back then, over $100 for a pair of kicks was a lot of money. You know where I was sitting right in his living room when he said, boy, you want those sneakers? He said, yeah, Dad. He said, check this out. You come in the backyard, you beat me in a game of one-on-one, and I'll get you those sneakers. And I looked that man in his face, and I told my boy, I said, don't you go outside. Your pop's going to fuck you up. It's going to be the hardest game of one-on-one you ever played. Safe to say he didn't get those sneakers. Now, I'm not knocking people for collecting sneakers and shit, but no. I never gave Michael Jordan money for those kicks, especially not when people getting robbed. There used to be a store. Let me see who's really from the Bronx. There used to be a store on Southern Boulevard underneath the 2 and the 5 called Jew Man. That was the name of the store. You can get everything out of Jew Man. You go to him and be like, yo, Jew Man, yo, I need those new Jordans. He be like, come back tomorrow. I got them for you. Come back tomorrow. I got about 10 pair coming in. You give me down payment, I'll hold it for you. The sheepskin coats, the leather bombers. I'm showing my age. You know what the problem was? His store was in the South Bronx. So you may get your shit. But you better be able to run really fast and get to that goddamn train. Because motherfuckers, whatever came out was new. There'd be a set there. There'd be a set there. A set there. Be like, yo, it's time to eat. It's time to eat. You get your shit. You better listen for that train. As soon as that 2 or the 5 pull up, you better dip. Run straight to the train. You'll see people getting chased to the train all around all day. And that's the old Fort Apache, the Bronx. There was a movie called Fort Apache, the Bronx. That's where that area was about. Because half of that area used to be burnt out and fucked up. It's the 42nd Precinct now. Fox Street and all that other shit, Southern Boulevard. You used to have to dip to the train. Motherfuckers used to come to school and they say, yo, man, I went to Jew, man. Like 8 niggas chased me for my kicks. And I'm like, nigga, that's fun for you? Buying shit that you can get robbed for? What the fuck? What? I don't identify with that. But that's the kind of money that we put into the economy. Which concerns me because my concern about reparations is we're going to get a fucker right back. Niggas buying rims for cars they don't even have. What? Yeah, I got some 18s. Nigga, you don't even have a driver's license. But I'm going to get one. You don't even have a car. What? How the fuck we spend $1 trillion and don't own a motherfucking thing? So when Abel Sanchez, I'm going to bring it back to boxing now. When Abel Sanchez says black fighters don't sell, who the fuck is spending all this money? Then he try and camouflage the whole shit and say, oh. When Errol fought Mikey, those were really Mexican fans. It wasn't all Mexican fans. There was a lot of Mexican fans there, but it wasn't all Mexican fans. Stop saying that shit, B. I knew motherfuckers that were there. I know a Mexican that was there that told me, no, there was a lot of black people there. There was a lot of Mexicans there rooting for Errol. See, there's no race war. It is possible you can find a Mexican fan or a Latino fan, just any kind of fan. They say, yeah, you know, I like the Charlos. Oh, I like Errol. I like Bud. And guess what? You motherfuckers are so mad that we're telling the truth about Canelo and we decide not to put him on a pound-for-pound list, which is all subjective. You want to call us racist, but why are you not talking about Ramirez? We are. Huh? You ever thought about that? Why are y'all not talking about that man who hasn't popped dirty? Huh? Let me quote Fannon. Your argument is dumb on its face. Did I lie? Point out the lie. Abel Sanchez told us black fighters don't sell. Turned right around and fought Steve Rose. Black fighters don't sell. Turned right around and fought Dominic Wade. Puerto Rican Rum, shout out to you. He said, I'm Latino. One of my favorite fighters of all time is Mike McCallum. Thank you. Mike McCallum, underrated, never got his just due. Yeah, black fighters don't sell. Who the fuck is Dominic Wade? You know what Dominic Wade was? He was food. Exactly. When Fury dressed as a Mexican on Mexican Day. Where the fuck was the outrage? It's all fake. It's all a lie. So let me get this straight. Shout out to Cashman in that super chat. He said, in Dallas, you will see Latinos with Spence apparel on all day. Thank you. Thank you. So let me get this straight. Now watch this. Peep the mind fuck. Black fighters don't sell. But here we are supporting black fighters and getting ridiculed for that. As if we don't spend our money. So if they don't sell, we're just on here talking shit. I bought Floyd Mayweather pay-per-views for multiple homes. I bought Deontay Wilder pay-per-views for multiple homes. I bought Errol Spence pay-per-view for multiple homes. Out of support. You ain't going to tell me I don't spend money, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that does that. How are you going to tell us that we're racist for supporting our guys, and then in the same breath you tell us that they don't sell? But we're buying everything else. Why wouldn't we buy a fucking pay-per-view? It's cheaper than Jordan's. Case closed. Get off my dick. There you go. So now, I just read, well, someone sent it to me. I'm going to have to research it. So I guess Charles Martin is not going to happen. Charles versus D is not going to happen. If that is accurate, because I have to look it up. One of the brothers just sent it to me. If that's accurate, the walls are closing in. So there are two options. You fight Deontay Wilder or retire. Those are your options. Because the plan was not to fight Wilder. And once the judge said, no, you got to defend that strap. You got to honor your word. You got to defend that strap. Okay? What he thought he was going to do was drop the strap and go on to have these two paydays with AJ, because it's all about the bread for him. He cheated Deontay twice, and he cheated him twice, and he thought he got away with it. Nah, homie, you ain't get away with shit. So he thought, okay, the WBC says I have to defend the strap. How about this? I'm going to give it up. I'm going to give it up. He can have that belt. I'm after this bread. But surprise, surprise. And I hope AJ keeps his word. AJ said, hold on. I'm not getting in the ring with you unless that title's on the line, because I know if I beat you, I'll become undisputed. The title has to be on the line for me to fight. You like my AJ impression? The title has to be on the line for me to fight. The title's not on the line. Fighting for what? I want to be undisputed. Because if he gives up that strap and beats Fury twice, Fury gets paid, he can go retire, not do a goddamn thing in his life. He avoids Wilder, but who ends up with the WBC strap? Wilder. And we're back to that shit again. We're back to that shit again. He don't want to go through that, because at that point, fool me once, you know the saying. You know the saying. This time, everyone will be like, no. Y'all motherfuckers got to fight now. Y'all better agree on this money. Nope. Undisputed. So AJ with the hat trick said, no, I won't be undisputed. Well, I'll fight him without WBC strap. I want the strap. We can fight. I want the strap. Got Fury in court crying. Hey, insulted my people. I don't want to fight him. He insulted my people. Crocodile tears. Word on the street is that you're literally crying tears in the court. You are so aggravated and sad. Area, he says, I'm Mexican American and I don't take it wrong when Mayweather or Davis wears the Mexican colors. His uncle was called the Mexican assassin until he got knocked out by a Mexican. And you know what? He's entitled to feel that way. You know why? That's the universe. You get what you put out. He was called the Mexikiller, if I'm not mistaken. Roger, he's talking about. Beat a couple of Mexican fighters. He says, okay, I'm the Mexican killer. Okay, yeah, nice sales strategy. But what happened? See, I'm being consistent. All right? It was a work. He did it to aggravate people. I'm a black man. I'm going to wear a fucking sombrero. I'm going to come out. He beat a couple of Mexicans. And then what happened? He got knocked out by a Mexican. That's the universe. You get what you put out. See how that works? Sometimes you ain't got to even speak on shit. Just sit back and watch. Just sit back and watch. Like we're sitting back. And I can speak on it because I like to speak on it. But we're sitting back and we're watching Fury. He hasn't said much, has he? The last thing I saw him do was that shit on Instagram with the picture with Wilder. And he's like, yeah. His fan base is nervous. That's why they're here fucking with us. They don't want that third fight. This fucker is. Yeah, that's right. Puerto Rico from Chavez happened, and that was the end of that sombrero wearing shit, wasn't it? That was the end. He punched that sombrero right the fuck off his head. He's like, huh? He said, "Mira, bing," and that was the end of that. That was the end of wearing sombreros. Word on the street is that Fury is crying real fucking tears. Really think about this. He's trying to get away from the third fight. You running away from money? Dude, you could beat Wilder and then still go fight AJ. You would be a legend. Why are you skipping out? And it's not like you ain't making an agreement. Why do you think this shit hasn't been announced? Why do you think this shit is taking so long? Huh? Y'all motherfuckers can't. And while the motherfuckers come in here and try and speak and try and clown, they're not paying attention. Salute to Mo Boxing. Everyone subscribe to Mo Boxing and my brother Focus Ball. Salute. Alma Huertas. I see you, mommy. How are you? Michael Morales says, Wilder. First of all, what do we say about motherfucker with two of the same consonants in their name? Michael Morales says, Wilder will never recover. Found out, exposed. Third fight, waste of Fury's piss. So we know that that's a UK dude, all right? His name is not really Morales. He's trying to amplify this black versus brown thing, which is dangerous and stupid. And let's not entertain him. Someone bust him in the head with a wrench. All right, Stormy B-Man says, didn't Fury during the first fight promotion go to the bat for a mental illness? Yeah, he did. Why should anything he says be considered on the level? Thank you. Man, if you don't get your big lurch ass looking out that ring, big lurch, you rang, sir. Who I said that motherfucker looked like yesterday? Wally Walrus from Woody Woodpecker. He's a toothless walrus. You know what I'm saying? When Wilder get done with his ass, y'all remember that movie Powder? The motherfucker with the powers and shit? Bald-headed dude. They called him Power and shit. Powder. That's what Tyson Fury gonna end up looking like. He gonna go to fucking Mauricio Suleiman and ask him if he can franchise him. I'm telling you. He probably on the phone with Mauricio right now. What can you do for us? We want this AJ fight. Franchise us somehow. Shout out to General Squirrels in that super chat. He said smash the like button. Shit jumped on me. Peeps, troll, hit the thumbs down. Do it. Exactly. Do something. That's right. When Wilder get done with him, sure you're going to be in this hospital bed 8 days later. Fury, Tyson, you all right? You all right? Tyson, you all right? It happened in the 5th. You all right? Freaky deaky. I've never seen a guy that big be a bitch. There's no logical reason that this clown is ducking this fight. Shout out to Mo Boxing in that super chat. Much appreciated. Yo, he said, I'll never hunt the day after that fight. Man. Wally Walrus is scared of that smoke. Goddamn right. Word on the street is he's crying real tears in court. Why don't you want to honor your contract? Because he insulted my people. There's a mixtape of dumb shit that he said. Didn't he have an entire homosexual community mad at him in the UK or something? Something he said that was crazy. What the fuck? And your skin ain't thick? This motherfucker was running around with a Batman, not even the up-to-date Bat. He was running around with an Adam West Batman costume. I knew there was something wrong with him then. He's stripping down ass naked and hugging and kissing grown men on the mouth during fucking weigh-ins. I was like, what the fuck is... No. That's not mental illness. That's called gay. You know what the UK clown said? Oh, you Americans, you're so uptight. No. That's a naked man hugging another naked man, and he kissed him on the mouth. That's not uptight. That's gay. The funniest part was a security guy. There was a security guy sitting there. Well, he was standing there, and his face was like, man, I wish I had the picture on. He was like, a 6'9", 300-pound man coming at you naked. That is very intimidating. There wouldn't have been no fight. I'd have swung on him. Like, no, get the fuck. What? You don't even play like that. But why can't he fight in the UK again? Oh, okay. He gypped Deontay Wilder. That term gypped came from what? Because what do they do? And why do I know that? Because he told us that. I don't know shit about that. He said that. He said it. He said it. I'm not making it up. I'm just quoting what he said. So he don't want to go get that Wilder money? All right, if Wilder's trash, then throw him in the trash. End him. Finish him. But you don't want to finish him. Why? Because he insulted your people? This is the only sport where someone could say something fucked up to you or about your family, about your culture, and you can actually do something about it physically. This is the only sport I know. This and MMA. Y'all remember when the Trump supporter got in the ring with the Mexican, with the build the wall trunks? Y'all saw what happened to him, right? And what happened? Focus ball. What happened? What's his name? The African brother. He fought the Trump supporter. Bust his face up, broke his jaw and shit. Remember that? Now, what if the brother said he insulted me, he insulted the American people, he insulted my ancestry, he supports Donald Trump, I'm not going to fight him. I'd be like, yo, this is your chance, B. You better go take it. Shout out to Sugar Fantastic in that super chat. Much love, brother. He says he would rather fight Wilder in court. Exactly. Kobe Covington. Thank you. Kobe Covington. Life Love said, another man kiss another man on the mouth. That is very questionable. My husband did if my husband did some mess like that, I would divorce him expeditiously in my T.I. voice. Yes. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. So you want to bring the conversation full circle? Why do I always bring up Tyson Fury? Shout out to the Brothers UK in that super chat. He said, no, Drew, that's not gay. It's him receiving a bad badging of his favorite pastime. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Man, listen, man. Wow. These trolls are amazing. The Boxing King Archive says, Drew Titan, pause, no homo. There's also a video of Fury taking his clothes off in an interview that was taken down on YouTube. Fury has been using some type of, man, all these drugs that motherfuckers take that makes you go streaking for no reason. Come on, man. Come on, man. So why do I bring up Fury? And the title of the show was support the lack thereof support of American fighters. I don't know. I mean, there's so many Americans here that are born here that want to be in touch with where their parents or grandparents are from. It's like cool to be un-American, not American. It's cool. I went to a school with a lot of people that were Haitian, Jamaican, Dominican, or whatever, but all the motherfuckers was born here. Well, my generation, a few of them were born here. Most of them weren't. I went to school with a lot of Jamaicans that can cut their accent off and on. Jamaicans. They sound just like me, and they get around their people. It's wah they spoke that. I'm like, how are you doing that? Their parents are from Kingston. And they in the household, and they heard that, but then when they went outside and associated with black Americans, they could speak like me, and they could speak like their parents. But one of my boys ain't never been to Jamaica until he was like 14 years old. That was his first time going to meet his other family. But you let him tell it, he'll say he's Jamaican. You don't really mean that. You're American. You're American. I know Dominicans. They were born here. Their parents are from DR. Haitians, same thing. They speak patois. They were born here. Their parents or their grandparents are from Haiti. Puerto Ricans get a pass. They're American. I'm not saying who get a pass or not, but I mean, come on. It's okay to be okay, grandma is from the island. I'm born here, but grandma from the island. That's okay, but you're American. Get it together. So why aren't Americans supporting the American fighter? Why? I don't get it. I liked Tommy Morrison. I did. The Duke. And you know why I respected the Duke? Because they tried to put that cape on him, the Great White Hope, and he openly refused it. He said, no, that's not who I am. I'm not about that. I said, you know what? I respect that. And the dude could fight. He could fight. Go look at Tommy Morrison versus Razor Ruddock. That shit was serious. The dude could fight. He ain't duck no smoke. He didn't work out too well for him against Ray Mercer, but goddamn. Shout out to Larry Ibrahim Smith in that super chat. Much love, brother. He said Fury in court crying, Clint Buhner roll tail. Exactly. Tommy Gunn. Exactly. Yep. That was a great left hook. Tommy could crack. He ain't duck no smoke. But why is it that Tommy, now if this was Tommy Morrison today happening with Glovegate, and I think that ESPN would approach this thing so different. Y'all remember what, fuck that, man. But we live in a weird ass world, man. A weird ass world. It hurts that they're treating an American champion like that. It hurts a little more that he's black. And I know what it's about. I know what the abuse is about. That hurts a little more. And it hurts even worse when these other fighters, black American, are walking around, some of them walking around like it can't happen to them. That's what hurts. That's what hurts. So when I say some things like, yo, you gotta remain on code, there's just certain things you don't speak on. Like I was saying earlier, the neighborhood knows that there's a mass murderer in that neighborhood that's been there for years. They just don't say anything. Number one, they don't want to be next. Number two, they're remaining on code. Y'all remember A Bronx Tale? That story took place right around not too far from where I live. The black kids rode up into Little Italy, off of Fordham Road, Arthur Ave over there, somewhere in there, it's Little Italy. And those Italians jumped on the black kids, started beating them up. What was happening in the block? That's right, the bar fight. Now you can't leave. What was happening in the block? The lady was looking out the window, and she said, boys, the cops are coming. That lady was on code. No matter how wrong it was, she was on code. No matter how wrong it was. Now, I'm not saying I don't justify stupid shit, because Dillian White cheating in the ring could have killed somebody with the gloves and everything. I don't play that shit. I'm not going to back a guy that does that. Fuck him. Never mind what he said about Deontay. You skimmed your gloves and you popped dirty, man. Fuck you, man. I'm not. That's insult to injury. Plus, you trash in the ring in comparison to everybody else in the division. And they put you on a pedestal that you don't need to be on. So when I say we need to remain on code, at least here in America, why is that hard? Why is that racist? If that was Tommy Morrison that Tyson Fury knocked a dent in the side of his head, I'd be just as animated. Just as animated. And Larry Merchant wouldn't have been singing Bye Bye American Pie. He'd be calling for investigations and everything else. And ESPN and everybody else would be calling for an investigation. And a year wouldn't have went by. And it wouldn't have been a third fight because Tyson Fury would have been found guilty and been booted out the sport by now. But I'm going to give you a little gem. The reason why that hasn't happened is because Deontay Wilder wants his get back. And that's my time. Shout out to you, Fannon. Thank you. You know I'm holding it down. Shout out to the entire LDBC. I am the Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Go subscribe. We gone. Peace.